Welcome to today's video. Today we are troubleshooting a three-way switch setup here, where this device controls the light here on this landing between the first and second floor. Now what's happening is the light itself is operating in both positions with this switch device. So in the up or down position, it's still operating the same, but in actuality, it should be turning off the device. So the issue here is possibly an issue that the traveler is in the wrong terminal on the device itself.
What the hell did you just say?
Okay, here we have an animation of a three-way switch system. If you notice here, we have switch 1 on the left and switch 2 on the right, and we also have our luminaire on the right side. Let's be clear here, we have 3 different sets of wires. You have your 12-2 wire on your left switch that is coming in, which is the power source. That is where your power is coming from, whether that's from the breaker or from a receptacle, but that is where your incoming power is. Okay, here you have your 12-3 wire, which are your black, red, and your neutral. These are considered your travelers. The only job they have is to carry electricity between the 2 devices, and that is it. Your third set, that will be a 12-2 wire, which is just your black and white. And this will be considered your leg side. So here on the left switch 1, we have your hot side. And on the right switch, we have your leg side. Your leg side is what is going straight to the light fixture. You have your black conductor here. That is your incoming power and is connected to the hot side, which is your black screw. And based on the position of this toggle switch, this will tell you which path it will take to the next switch. So electricity is coming in based on the position of this toggle switch. It then travels through the device to the gold screw where the black conductor is connected, and it travels all the way to the second switch. And based on the position of this toggle switch, it will tell that electricity to travel through your third set of conductors and go to the light to illuminate the light. And the same works for the red conductor, since the only job and function of the second set of wires, which is your 12-3, it is just carrying that electricity between the switch and position up or down. And here it is traveling through the red conductor, and since the toggle switch is now in the up position, it now has its path through the leg side up to the luminaire. So what I'm doing here, there's one easy way to check to see which one is your hot and which are your 2 travelers. Your 2 travelers, one is going to be a black conductor, one is going to be the red. With those are just insulation on the outside of the copper. So what I typically do is you look inside of the device box itself to see which 2 wires are coming out of the same cable. If they are coming out of the same cable, then those will be the 2 that go on the gold screws. The single hot conductor should be coming out of a 12-2, which is 1 hot, 1 neutral, which should be your incoming power, and that should be landed on the black screw. If one of those 2 conductors that are coming out of the same cable are landed on the black screw where the hot is supposed to be, then we know we have an issue with those wires being mixed up. If not, then we know that there may be an issue with the other device that may have the issue where the travelers are switched, or there may be an issue with the actual device itself. So let's take a look. Now, just in case you've never seen one of these and you've been hiding under a rock somewhere, this controls everything electrical in your home. Hopefully these are labeled. So when you get to a panel, you need to ask yourself, where in the house am I working? I am working at the base of the stairwell and at the top of the stairwell, and the actual light fixture is on the landing. So what I'm looking for is something that says staircase, stairwell lighting, something about lighting on that stairwell. It may even be attached to you know, the hallway lighting, but that is what I'm looking for here. I have not identified anything that specifically says that, but I believe I have identified what looks like lighting. Let this serve as a warning. Never work on anything that is live or energized. I repeat, you never want to work on anything that is hot or we call energized. You don't want to work on something that has energy or electricity going through the system. You never want to do that because you will ride that lightning.
Means you gonna ride the lightning.
And it will feel like a wave crashing over you.
It's like a wave is crashing over me. Ooh, ow.
A wave of electricity. So to check continuity, just making sure that it's not damaged. Check continuity by putting the leads there, and if it rings out, then that means it's a closed circuit. And then if I do it on this other side, since I didn't change the switch, it shouldn't ring at all. When I switch it down and I do it now, it'll ring out. So that just lets you know the switch is working properly. One side doesn't work until you switch this toggle and it rings. So that lets you know it's in good working condition. Usually do that to start just to make sure nobody returned a bad item to Home Depot. That one's good. For this switch, we have no continuity reading here. This side of the switch. The common to those travelers there, still the same so you can see. Now if we switch it this way to see if there's continuity. Here and there, nothing, but when we switch this toggle to the correct position where that lever is now on these two here and closes there, should have continuity. So we have an issue with this landing terminal here. So let's change out the switches. Let's change out the switch devices and see what our result is. It should fix the light. Okay, so here we have reattached our new device with the conductors, but before we add our electrical tape around it to secure it, new switches have been installed. Let's go and turn on the circuit. So you make sure the light is functioning properly as a three-way switch. Now that the power has been restored and this has been re-energized, this should be working properly. The light is on. Come up to this switch. Turn it off. Perfect. Go back down to this one. Should work in all positions. On again. And off. Three-way switch is working properly. So now, you may be asking yourself, why in the world is this black man putting electrical tape around a device? I'll tell you why. This is just an extra layer of protection to make sure these conductors at some point don't become loose or anything like that, even though we tighten them down properly with the proper torque using our ratchet screwdriver. This just adds an extra layer of protection just for peace of mind for me. You don't have to do this, you do whatever you want to, but this works for me. You can't see it once you put this into the wall, so this is something I like to do. Now this is just my preference. I do not tighten the screws all the way down. I like to get this device put in the box and then put the faceplate on to make sure it is square before I tighten the screws all the way down, because you cannot move the device easily when you have the screws all the way down. Okay, the device is on there square, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and put those two screws in and we will be done. with this switch, and we can go upstairs and work on the second one. Okay, so for this new switch device, we're going to do the same thing for protection. Take that electrical tape, wrap it around there, same thing there. So anytime someone moves or pulls a device out, they don't have to worry about any conductors coming off of the terminals and potentially shocking them if they are working on a live circuit. This is live. This device down here. Trick here to get it lined up. You can actually move it how you want here. Once you have a square like you want, you can tighten it down. This is pretty square. Square. Yep. So for presentation, I like to turn these all the same direction. And both of them pointing straight up like that. Job well done. Your future instructor right here. Can't wait for my students to come into class.
Oh, shit, we got a black man for a teacher.
That's what I'm talking about.
Class. Oh, man, we got a black teacher, man.
Yo,
What's up, bro?
We straight
Hello.
up.
Hey, welcome in, baby. Welcome in. And I hope it's some extra credit course or something like that where we can learn troubleshooting and teach the students troubleshooting, because I love to do it. But hey, thank you for watching the video. We'll see you next time. Peace.
You should